Hey everyone, I'm Mazhar Hussain, and if you are a developer or someone curious to know about AI powered coding, you are in the right place. Today we are going to dive deep into GitHub Copilot, which is AI pair programmer that's revolutionizing how we write code. Whether you are a complete beginner or an experienced developer, by end of this session you are going to know what GitHub Copilot is, how to configure it, what different plans are available, and most importantly, how to start with GitHub Copilot. Let's explore the future of coding. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more tech content. Before jumping on to GitHub Copilot, let's understand what GitHub is, because both are related but different. GitHub is one of the world's largest code repository where you can work, you can do code storage, you can do version control, you can collaborate with your peers, and it's an open source where you will find millions and billions of code repositories from the public which is open and you can consume them. Now let's jump on to what GitHub Copilot is. GitHub Copilot is a smart buddy. It's more similar to the Copilot and Pilot theme, wherein you are the pilot in the main seat and you have a Copilot who is working based on your instruction. But at the same time, that Copilot is super powered and it does have knowledge of billions of lines of code which is available in the open internet world. So it can work wonderfully based on your instruction in more faster way than you can even process. Okay. Since it does have access to world repository of code, it can do the work based on your commands. However, once task is done, since you are the pilot, you are going to review the code which is generated by the Copilot. Coming to the definition of GitHub Copilot, which is available on GitHub portal, let's read it. GitHub Copilot is an AI coding assistant that helps you write code faster with less efforts. Quick features of GitHub Copilot: code suggestions it can give you. You can ask questions in your code regarding, ask GitHub Copilot to raise pull requests to push your code into GitHub repository. So let's go to the plans tab over here. If you see plans, right? So GitHub Copilot free, which is available. Second one is GitHub Copilot Pro. Third is GitHub Copilot Pro Plus, then business and enterprise, right? So all these different plans are there, and you do have a quick comparison table over here. So you can take a look on this portal. What GitHub Copilot can do: code completion. Based on your inputs, it can do the completion of code. Then you have a feature called as GitHub Copilot Chat, wherein you can directly select a specific code and do the chat with the GitHub Copilot. And there are functionality for agents also, where you can give a specific task. Copilot can do the jobs step by step for you. Code review. For example, if you have some kind of code available, you have seen the code, and if you want to validate whether the code is good or not, right? So you can have some functions. So poorly written code, you can review the code for optimization also, or whether the code is rightly written or not, you can do that. You can raise the pull request or for your code. There are Copilot text completion. So this is a feature wherein, as and when I write something in a comment section, whichever code I want to generate, it is going to develop the code automatically. Then for different IDEs, we do have extensions which we can install and interact with the extension directly, like in terms of chatting and all that. So we'll see that into action in some time. Yeah, that's pretty much is there, and for more detail you can go through this portal. Again, coming on to best practices, it is a Copilot, it's not a pilot. You are the pilot. Okay, so don't assume that GitHub is going to do, or GitHub Copilot is going to do everything on its own. You have to be in the pilot seat. You have to understand what is good, what is not good. You have to give your instructions very clearly so that GitHub can do the job with the perfection. This is AI, and you are in the seat wherein you are going to judge whether the code is proper or not. The beauty of this GitHub Copilot is you can interact in the same way your team lead, your manager talks to you, can pass on the instruction to Copilot in the English format, and it can do the job. So what you need to consume the GitHub Copilot: first of all, you need a GitHub account. if you don't have a GitHub account, I would request you to, let me quickly show you, github.com. You can simply go to this github.com portal, sign up over here. It's a very simple process wherein you have to pass your mail ID, password, and your reason, right? That's all you need, and you can authenticate your account. And once this is authenticated, you can see I'm logged in here with my account. This is a fresh account where we don't have any repository as of now, so this is very much available. Post that, we'll go with Visual Studio Code, one of the most popular choice for coding. So if you see on it is having icon here on top, which is for GitHub once again. And if you see edit with GitHub and ask Copilot ask Copilot to edit your files and other things, right? So you can come down to plugin section also, and you can look for GitHub Copilot. Okay, if you come down to this GitHub Copilot, you can install this extension from here, right? And you can see this is also a Copilot chat which is also getting installed at the same time. So this is something you got. Now we can close it. Now I want to authenticate this GitHub Copilot extension in Visual Studio Code with my GitHub account. So let me, if you see, sign in to use Copilot, right? So that says something required. At the bottom also it says signed out. Okay, so we can either click on this and it will give us a pop-up for continue with GitHub. We'll click on this, it will automatically redirect you to GitHub, and then since I'm already logged into GitHub, I can simply say continue here. If I'm not logged in, I have to give my credentials. If there's an MFA, I have to pass on this, and I can log in. So I'll say continue to it, and now it is launching this. I'm gonna say always to this and open my GitHub account, right? So now if you see, this icon is also logged in. If I say hi, what all you can do, right? So I'm simply asking a question, and now it is giving you the inputs that it can write and edit and refactor the codes in many languages: C++, C#, Java, Python, Ruby, whatever languages, you know, most of the languages can work. Debugging and fixing errors, so setting up new projects and environments, running command and task in the terminal, creating, editing Jupyter notebooks. Yes, it works very much with Jupyter notebooks, and developing your machine learning codes, searching and analyzing your code base, installing extension and dependencies, and answer questions in the programming, right? So that's pretty much it can do. So this is quick setup of where we have downloaded the GitHub Copilot plugin, installed it, and it has now integrated with that, right? So let's see this into action quickly. So I'm just making a folder over here. Let's call a folder name, and let's give it a name, Copilot demo, and I said select this folder, trust this author. Okay, so see, I don't have anything here. I'm just coming here and I'm creating one file, and let's call this file as demo.py. Create a function to print hello world. Okay, and see, it is automatically giving me function and code is done, right? But it's going to work? No. And I'm saying call the function. See, it has automatically detected call the function to execute it. I'm saying this and this, the function, simple demonstration of Python function. Okay, so with that I'm just saving this file. All right, so this is now saved. Just try and execute this file. Open a terminal over here and demo.py. So simple, I'm calling this, and it has printed the hello world for me. Let's do one thing. I'm deleting it all and I'm asking something. So let's change it, and I'm just saying once again hash function to calculate area of my rectangle, right? So I'm just saying it, and it is returning this hash call the function. I want to display the results. So it has automatically given me display the results, and I'm saving this file, and let's execute this file, and it has given me the area of rectangle. Let's continue with the same example. I'm selecting this entire code. Now there are multiple ways. I can right click over here, I can go to Copilot, and I can editor inline chat, explain, fix. So let me go with editor inline chat, which is going to give a pop-up, and I'll say modify this code to fetch value from user. Okay, enter to it. Right now it will modify the code, and you see the way I have given my instruction in the natural language, it has updated the code. It has taken my length also, width also in a float and an input format, and then it is calculating the area afterwards and then printing. So I'm saying accept or the close. I have option, I can reject it also. I'm saying accept it. I will save this code once again. It's executed. See, so it is asking length, I'm saying 4, and asking width, I'm saying 8, and it has given me the area. Now it has closed the code. Now you understood. You can also query to run recursively or something like that. That's all good. Now let me do one thing. Just select this code. If I come down here, I go to Copilot, and I can say explain. So see what it is doing now. Now it is giving me the definition of this. The function area of rectangle calculates the area of rectangle using 2 parameters, length and width. So you can select any piece of code which is there with you, somebody else has written. You need not to understand what this code works. You can get the explanation of that code. So that is one thing you can do. Let's go ahead with right click on the same code once again. Go to Copilot and say generate docs. So I'm saying accept it here, and see this code, whatever was written, one-liner code, it has given the entire documentation also for this code. So this is something good, wherein if you want to write commenting and code documents for your code, it can do the documentation for your code as well. Fine, let's take this code for now, and if I right click and go to Copilot, if I want to say generate test cases, so I can generate test also, and Copilot and say generate test. So you can see now it has also, let me mode here. If I save this file, it's going to create a new file. It has already like taken unit test, and it has already written different test cases for this specific thing. All right, so let's do one thing for the sake of clarity in the code. I'm just deleting that code here. So for example, if I go here, I have just added one letter here, and this code is fault. So if I save this file, if I try to execute this code once again, it's going to give me error. Now I don't know what the error is and all, so I simply select the code, right click and Copilot, and I can say fix, and it is going to fix the code. I said this, so it has now fixed the code for me. I will save the code. Alright, so you can see the answer, it's very much functioning. Now what is the role of GitHub chat here, right? So you can open this tab over here. You see there's something called as context over here, and then there's a file, right? It's current context. If I close this file, you see this test demo file is now created in context. Let's look into chat section, though it was there as well. So see what is there. There's a different thing: agent mode, ask mode, edit mode. And then you have something called as GPT 4.1, GPT 4.0, O3 Mini, Cloud and Sonnet, or Gemini, Cloud Sonnet 3.5, and Gemini 2.0 Flash, right? And there are some list of premium models which you can have depending on if you are paying for it or not. So open folder. I'm calling it new folder over here, and it's called it site, and this. Select folder. So now I'll go to trust this now, open the chat, and choose agent mode. You can also change your model. If I want to do Sonnet, which is good for coding, I can select Sonnet here. I'm saying create a bakery site with pages like home, about us, order, catalog, contact us. Use dummy data for the catalog and other pages, about us and others. Let me say this also, other pages. Use vibrant color for bakery, fetch pictures from internet, and make the site in Flask. Run it. Okay, so I'm just giving this command, and that I'm saying enable. So configure Python environment. I'm saying continue. It is asking me to create a virtual environment, and I'm saying VENV and this, right? So I've selected a couple of commands. It has done the job of creating a VENV for us. So see, it needs to install certain packages. It is doing the job on its own. What all is required, it is doing the job on the fly. Static templates, CSS, images. So you can see that it is creating all the code. On right hand side it is doing multiple jobs. On the left hand side different files are getting created under VENV, which is Python virtual environment, your templates, your cascade style sheet files, your different images are not yet populated. But if you see, it has not downloaded the images, but you see here it has used from unsplash.com. It has pulled up the images from there, right? You can see it has worked on home page, about page, catalog page, and on the right hand side also you can quickly check how it is going to create all these pages on the fly. And this is the power of agent. Alright, now you can see this application is completely done. All the codes, all the pages are created based on our requirement, and now it is saying you can run the code. So I'm saying continue, and it is now trying to execute this code for us. So it has already launched the terminal, and it's facing some issue. Copilot create a run Flask app. Fine, and let's continue once again and see, it has now launched it, right? So let's quickly open this portal and see. Now it has already, if I would have given a name, it would have taken that name, Sweet Delights. Welcome to Sweet Delights home page. And if you see on this home page, it does have different bakery items on our home page. If I go to about us, it has created about us page, which is very nice. Our story, our values, and visit us as well. On the catalog section, it has given us different line items. You can have your own images for sure. On the order page also you can give your name and other things, but and the order detail also, right? So that is something you can place in the order section. We do have a contact us page. So this is pretty much a nice, well crafted, site which is created. You can define your own sites based on your own requirements, right? So this is our homepage for github.com. I'm logged in with my credentials. I can go to your Copilot here, and once you click here, you will have a page which is for the configuration of GitHub Copilot. So basically this is all about reading. I can click on this, and then again I can get started with this also, and I can read content for this also, right? So this is something which we have already been through. Let's go back to this once again. You have your GitHub Copilot for free. You can upgrade it. Further going ahead, you have different features. Copilot.com enabled, Copilot for GitHub Desktop enabled. Copilot can search the web. So you have all the features available here. That's all from my side today. Hope you have enjoyed video. If you liked my video, if you find it useful to you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe this channel for more technical content. Thank you.